What's up, Warriors? I am so grateful to be here for this Winning Wednesday. Man, I am sitting in a place of pure reflection as I go into what is probably going to serve to be what one would perceive as one of the hardest days of my life. But what this day is giving me in the way of gifts and miracles is it gives me a place to measure how far I've truly come in this recovery and life and deep healing journey. So if you guys are just happy to be here and loving your recovery life, no matter what your outside circumstances look like, okay, what we're searching for here and what the purpose and point of this recovery journey is to find an internal stability that doesn't lend itself or doesn't give our happiness and our contentment, our strength and courage away to circumstances and people. It's that inner divine strength from within that helps us do that hard shadow work. And then we come to the place where we're faced with something and we get to say, wow, in the midst of doing that work, I had no idea what it was for. Days when I really honestly thought, why? And what am I doing all this for? And then the moment comes where you get to put that tool to work, or you just get to acknowledge the changes that have occurred within you. And you just walk with your head a little higher, your chin up more connected in oneness with you and your divine higher power, and that your feet just seem to hit the ground with a different stride. And I want to talk about that today on this Winning Wednesday. I want to talk about your heart health. And nope, I'm not talking about your cholesterol and stress levels and how your heart beat and all of that stuff. No, I want to talk about your heart health. Are you recognizing gratitude? Are you seeing miracles at work in your life? You know, I want to challenge you today to live more from your heart versus all just living from your head, just trying to grasp a hold of life and recovery and just staying clean and sober by the skin of your teeth and white knuckling each day to get through. Use that suffering, so to speak, for something. Use it to the betterment of you and your life's journey, your purpose here, and just learn how to alleviate suffering by making it mean something. We're going to talk about eradicating worry and how to do that and what the end result is. We are also going to talk about this weekend's amazing birthday podcast bash with me and Kareth Foster, who is a world-renowned speaker, author, comedian, television, radio host. I mean, she's going to bring her unique brand of self-love and healing and so much more to our stage for my birthday this Sunday at 3 p.m. Eastern time. We're going to go live. Don't worry if you miss it live, which I hope you don't, because we're going to do a giveaway of a signed copy of Kareth Foster's new book, You Can Be Perfect or You Can Be Happy, during that live broadcast. But trust me, this is going to be a video just like this book that you're going to use for resources for a long time to come. I mean, you can see this is my copy that I bought, and I just want to show you that, like I told Kareth, this is a resource for me. I've run out of highlighter within the first 3 chapters. I've already went through a highlighter. This is really a resource that you're going to be able to go back to, and it's going to help you walk through your life. So if you feel led and there's something here that you know is going to nourish your recovering soul, then share this video out. Let's go ahead and get this winning Wednesday started. I am super, super grateful for all of you. And so let's get it done. So what do we think is one of the biggest hurdles when we're going through life? What's up, Alicia Lee, Amanda Putt, Joni Faulkner? If anybody else is here and I haven't seen you, then I apologize. StreamYard only shows me so many. But what do we think is one of our greatest hurdles to living a life from the heart and living a life that encompasses peace and that gives us a bit of, not a bit, but the majority of control? I'm sure if you're alive in this year, 2021 and 2020, you have heard not only myself say, but many other people in the personal development world say, and spiritual world say, that you create your reality. And until you really understand what that means, it seems ludicrous, because people say, why in the world would I choose these types of, why would I choose these types of circumstances? Why would I choose to go through this? And that's not really what it means. And I really got to wake up this morning with an absolute, concrete, direct from, my divine source interpretation of what it truly means. So today, my wife and our good friend are going to be packing up our apartment. Now, if you've spent time with me, you know that this is kind of a situation that blindsided us, but yet was the answer to a prayer and manifestation for a new start, a new, future for us. And it came in what was packaged in an unfair circumstance. And though I had some understanding of it because of the work I've done, I have even more of an understanding today because I woke up this morning excited to go and pack this house up. 6 years we were in this place. There's been so much growth. So many, I told my good friend yesterday, there are so many different mental conditions going on in this one townhouse that it's not funny. I mean, this townhouse taught us how to be stable, how to pay bills, how to be in recovery, how to recover as a family. And it shows, the walls show some of the mistakes. The walls sometimes show the shadow work, the things that we have in there shows everything we've been through. And while it's a bit, I don't even want to use the word sad, it will be emotional closing the door on that chapter of our lives. I am so grateful this morning because here's what I know about this situation. I want you to put this into your situation where it fits. When this whole thing went down, had I not done the work on my mental and emotional and spiritual well-being, I would have been caught in worry. I would have been caught in the victimization, how unfair it was, how much they ruined of ours, how we still don't know where we're going. We don't have, this is a lesson in true faith, not nice talk faith, not throwing it out when it sounds good, not having faith and making a side plan in case faith don't work out. You know how we do. We're human. It's what we do. I got faith, but just in case, I got this. No, this is an exercise in I am doing nothing but trusting. And through this entire situation, I have raised, I've I've raised my vibration to the place when you live in trust and you learn to live from your heart. I have learned to know that I'm excited about this new chapter. I am excited that we don't know where it is we're going to end up. I am excited that I'm not looking at this from a victim mentality. And this is what it truly means when it says you're a co-creator in your reality. It doesn't mean that you have a magic wand and you're creating perfect circumstances. What it means is that you are able to see the divinity and that you choose how you feel, how you react, what emotions you energize, and how you grow from any situation. And as you begin to do these things, worry less, trust more, from a place of it has to go well. You can't see the start of an answered prayer and not trust that it will be finished. And, we have the choice. We have the choice. Do I lend myself to the victimization of it, or do I trust the plan that's in front of me? Can I live from my heart, from the brain in my heart? Because science has now proven to us what we knew all along, that there is another brain inside of our hearts. That's what we call following our head and following our heart. I don't know about y'all, but my legs have dangled off of many a jail cell when I followed my head and didn't follow my heart. And I know I'm probably not the only one that has sat there saying, I knew I shouldn't have gone there this morning. I knew I shouldn't have went there today. I knew I should have stayed home. So I want you to take a moment in whatever you're facing today to decide what emotions are serving you and what ones aren't. And to let you know that you have the power of your perception. And perception is everything. It is not the circumstances you are looking at. It is your perception of the circumstance that decides which reality you're going to live in. Now, we have a lot to do today. The movers are showing up first thing in the morning. Our house is covered in wet, moldy cement dust from where they did shoddy work in there through the foundation. And we have so much to do. If I were going in there huddled under worry and victimization, it would be a terrible day. I would be grumbling through everything I had to do. Everything. I would have myself so heavy that the whole day would be miserable. But I know I'm going in under answered prayer. I know I'm going in, and I have through this entire situation. It's been going on, y'all, since August. We left for a week for them to do the repairs, and we never got to go back. It's been going on since then, and I've been back and forth through that shadow work of worry and trust, worry and trust, worry and trust. And when I woke up this morning, I realized what all that work was for. There have been some dark days in my life recently, just like many of yours. And it's what we choose to do in those dark moments as what we take away from them. When we vow to grow through every situation versus just going through with our same old mind, with our same old perceptions, with our same old comfortable default emotions, anger, regret, worry, woe is me, this isn't fair. When we go through things like that, we are vibrating at such a low level that the only thing that we can bring back to us like a magnet is what is like. And then we keep telling that same old story. See, I can't catch a break. See, I told you this was going to happen. See, and we get in that vicious cycle, and we just don't know what's really continuing it to bring about. And we have the choice today to change that. And the beauty, the miracle, and the gratitude of recovery is that when your back was against the lowest floor, I don't even say the wall, because if y'all were as low as I was, my back was on the ground. I was that low. Had I not gotten that low, had I not been that low, could I be this enlightened? Could I be this light today? I don't know. I don't think so. And I'm grateful for it. I really am. I truly am. Oh my gosh, Larry Brown. So let's make sure, Larry, we have so much in common, man. I just knew that you're a kindred soul. Larry Brown says, I need y'all's prayers today. Today is the anniversary of my father's passing back in 2008. I struggle so bad. He was my best friend. I miss him so. Guess what, Larry Brown? This is the exact same story for me. On this day in 2008, I made a promise to do something with my life, to figure it out, to get it together. And I want to tell you that I feel you, man. And I am just surrounding you in divine love and just healing and prayers. And I will be thinking upon this with you today, because it was the same thing. My grandfather was my father, and he was my best friend. The only person in our family that continued to believe in me up until the day he drew his last breath. So Larry, I love you, man. And we are all surrounding you. This, you know already, Larry, this is the best recovery family anywhere on earth. We surround our warriors. Thank you so much for sharing that with us. Janet's got some of the same things going on. Yes, strength and comfort during this time. And you know what? The secret to that is receiving that, grace, receiving that comfort. And, you know, when we talk about living from the heart, this is exactly what we're talking about. How do we get comfort? How do we honestly get help from others if we don't open our hearts and be vulnerable and ask for that? And that's part of living from the heart. And, you know, it is perfectly natural and I mean, just so okay to grieve when you're in the loss of something, someone, when you are, you know, feel that emotional place. You know, we as in active addiction is so much a disease of escapism, escaping the emotional pain that we really don't know what else to do with. And other than have it just sit right there all in our face all day, every day, you know, we escape from it. Not because we're bad people, because it's a moral, you know, slap that we are just, you know, defaulted and awful human beings, or that we're weak. It just is, we don't know what to do. And we know that this isn't the answer, but we don't know what else to do. So we reach out and we use that as a coping skill. And, you know, this disease that has us escape those emotions, the cure comes in being able to feel those emotions and go through those emotions and not deny that those emotions are there, to really feel them, to honor that feeling as part of us, because there's never going to be a time, regardless of how guru-ish you get, that you're not going to experience things in this life journey that are hard, that are sad, that are, unfortunate, things that aren't fair. But really, how is it that we choose to move through them? How do we create our own reality? How do we co-create with our divine source our own reality? In every situation, in every moment, we're presented with a choice. What choice will you make? Will you make the choice that your heart is pulling you to? Or will you make the choice where your head is pulling you to say, we'll deal with that later. That's not fair. All of those same things. I had to understand that worry never changed my outcome. Worry never put $1 in my bank account when I was struggling to pay the rent or keep the lights on. Worry never kept someone in my life when they were sick, when they were, hurting or in need. Worry never helped me move through anything. It kept me stuck in a vibration that could not change anything. Worry keeps us prisoner. Worry is an emotion that is useless. Because what does it feel like? It doesn't help you feel better and move forward. And when we are worried about something, remember, we are manifesting, we're saying a prayer with our worry. We're just saying the opposite of what we truly desire. And if you ask and believe, then you receive. So if you are in worry, the situation has caused you to ask. The worry is actually your true prayer, not what's coming out of your mouth. It's what is connecting with your emotions. So worry is saying, this isn't going to happen, right? Or what if this goes wrong? And what if that goes wrong? And what if it never, what if I go backwards? And then what if, and it's a whole bunch of what ifs that we are energizing with our emotions. And then what? We are believing that through worry. And then we receive that in which we worry about. So I challenge each and every one of us in this recovery journey, knowing that this world needs us so much right now. We are the examples of true healing, because we got to. Because if we don't, we have a disease that is waiting to take us out. So if we don't get in and work on ourselves, and we don't work on these core root issues, then we may not have the chance that other people have. Our disease will take us. And that is what should drive and fuel us each and every day to go through this work. You see, y'all know my story. When I came into recovery in the 8 years ago, I knew that if I did not heal my root causes of the addiction, the things that kept me going back, the pain that lived in me, the pain of not being authentically myself, the pain of not knowing who and how to be in this world, the pain of abuse, the pain of all the things that were unfair in my life, all of that pain, if I did not heal that, it was only going to be a matter of time before I ended up going back, because life doesn't stop happening. So more was going to be chucked on, and Lord knows it has. And so if I were just trying to white knuckle through staying clean and sober every day and not working on that underneath stuff, I don't know, I wouldn't be here today. And if we're vowing to do that, then we've got to keep the end result in mind. Everything that I heal That's even farther that I get away from that disease. I move myself farther and farther and farther away from the fear of relapse for everything I heal. And to know that so much of it lies in our own choices. We've got a choice to be grateful and see the best, or we got the choice to be angry and see the worst. In every person we meet, every situation we come to, every day of life. If you're in a job that you hate to go to every day, does it make it easier for you to sit and just dwell on how much you hate it? Or does it make it more freeing to know that you're here to learn a lesson? There is something in this job that you know it's not your forever, but there's something for me to learn here. I'm going to give in to that. I'm going to lend myself to that, trusting my divine path, my divine source, to know that I have asked for my purpose to make itself known, for me to walk down my, designed path. And if I'm here where I am at this job, then it is my divine path, and I'm going to stay here and I'm going to learn something. And I'm going to trust that when it's my time, I will move forward. And I'm going to know that to move forward, it's going to be scary. The goal is not to feel fear. The goal is to feel fear, accept fear, and do it anyway. I cannot wait until you all meet Kareth Foster. You guys, I don't know if you remember the big radio show host Don Imus back in the day. And Don Imus was this loud, older white guy, and he got in trouble for making some racist remarks. And it was a big, backlash. And he made a big apology. He learned a lot from that. And then when he came back on the radio, he hired Kareth Foster, a Black woman, publicly known, to come in and be his co-host. And I want to tell you how scary that had to be for her. And when she tells the story, listen to the purpose that came from her heart. And, when we're moving from our heart, we're going to feel that twinkle of fear, but you're going to know that this is right. This is your path. And if you don't take it, you'll be left with that old comfortable feeling of regret. And regret and worry are useless emotions. They drown your vibration. Imagine tying a cinder block to your vibration called worry and regret, and it just chains it to the bottom. And when you're vibrating low, low is all that you can, magnetize with. So remember today, for this Winning Wednesday, that you have a choice, that your heart has its own brain too, to walk in the path that you feel divinely pulled. And don't expect all your circumstances to line up, and don't expect a line of people on either side of you high-fiving you as you walk towards your dreams. They may not understand what you're being called and pulled to do, but it's not for them to understand. Many times you living your authentic truth and walking your divine path will inspire others that you may never even speak to. We are all just one human race, wanting and needing the same things: love, acceptance. We want to be heard. We want to be seen. We want to be validated. We want to know that we have opportunities. And this country is in a complete social unrest right now because it's being shaken up. It's time. Take your place on the battle lines, warriors. It is this world is shifting and changing faster than we can even respond. And you are the warriors that are being trained up to lead people, this whole human race, into that divinity, that peace, that heart health, that living forward in love. Nobody else can do it the way we can do it, y'all. So get ready your battle stations today, wherever you are. Dig in to know and trust that the lessons that you are here to learn in this one place are going to help you on your divine path, whether you can see them or recognize them or not. I used to hate scrubbing other people's toilets for a living when I started this job, but I tell you who I am today because of where I've been is far surpassed anything I could have ever imagined, because I didn't even think that I would live this long. I celebrate my 47th birthday on this Sunday, on the 17th. At 30 years old, my birthday turning 30 was my third suicide attempt. I didn't want to be here. I'm so grateful that there were other plans for me and that I hung in here long enough and pushed through the pain and made it for a purpose, gathered up and did this work and still do it every single day so I could be here talking to the most amazing human beings on the planet right through this platform. Wow. Truly, truly gifts. And I got here because of addiction. How can I be angry and regretful at that addiction? It's given me this gift. I love you, love you, love you. Yes. Yes, I love it. Yvonne said, I'm so thankful I was on God's wake up list. Oh, I love that. Love that, Bonnie. I love all of you. I didn't get to say good morning to Kathleen. Good morning, Kathleen, Livy, Bonnie, Matty J, my brother. I want to get Matty J on Recovery Soul Food podcast. And I got a little pull with his mama, so he don't get to say no. He has to come on my show. So this is going to be an amazing season 3 of the Recovery Soul Food podcast. You guys, man, what we're bringing to you this season is going to drastically affect your life in many beautiful and amazing ways. Janet McClanahan, good morning. I hope I haven't missed anyone. Larry Brown, I love you. I'm with you, man. Janine Richards, I think Stacy Hatton, good morning. I hope I haven't missed anyone. Lisa, okay. I think that's all StreamYard is showing me. So anyone else who may be here that I haven't said good morning to, good morning. I love you all so, so much. I'm so grateful for you. And I know you can do anything and everything you put your mind to. This is going to be our affirmation for the day. I'm going to leave you with this right here. Worry. I am learning that worry does not change my outcome. All right? Worry. I am learning that worry does not change any outcome. We're going to go out right now with our promo for this Sunday's podcast. Don't dare miss it. Invite all your friends. We're doing live giveaways of a signed copy of Kareth Foster's brand new book, You Can Be Perfect or You Can Be Happy, a resource that is going to help you for years and years and years of healing. Have the most amazing winning Wednesday ever of your life, because you choose to, and you do have that kind of power. I love you, and I'll see y'all Sunday at 3 p.m. Eastern. Bye.